Thank you, Lord. It's a wee climb up here. It's a wee climb. The only reason I got my hat still on is because my hand was on it. Say when. My name's Colorado. I've been hunting my whole life. Guiding, outfitting, and hunting.
Where in the world?
30 years now, I've made my living outdoors.
Somewhere in the outback.
We're in Mongolia.
Hello, Argentina. Right on the El Bicho.
Red Square, Moscow, Russia.
Howdy, ColoradoBuck. Welcome to New Zealand.
Where in the world?
I just love it so much. I'm gonna keep on loving it if it don't kill me. If I had it my way, I'd take the whole world hunting. Where in the world are we this week? New Zealand, the South Island, and to be exact, Manuka Point Lodge with the Patterson family. This is a place I've been to many times. It's one of those places that you can come to again and again. This time I'm hoping to get a bigger stag. I've taken several, done a lot of hunting here. Just the atmosphere, the people, we've become such good friends. The game here is absolutely brilliant. It's beautiful. It's great to hunt. And I find myself keep coming back time and again. We're after the big one, a bigger stag than I've taken here at Manuka Point Lodge. I hope you enjoy the show. Anytime you fly with the rifles commercially, or anyway, if you get a chance, just check your rifles. We actually come through Australia. Rifles got held overnight and sent in. We actually looked at one of the scopes and it's tweaked a little bit, so we're gonna check the rifles. We can hunt many different areas throughout Manuka Point. I've hunted this area before. We literally can hike from the lodge. That's what we're gonna do. And we've both seen some stags yesterday, heard a few roaring, and Don has seen one in here that's pretty nice, he says. We're gonna see what he calls pretty nice. But he knows them pretty good, so I think we're in good company. So we're gonna hike from here and we'll start hunting just as soon as we get into the mountains. This is one of the neat things about Jeff's new 6.5 Creedmoor. There's some places that you cannot walk around, even hunt with a loaded gun, which is not my idea of things, but at any rate, because of the system, you've got this right here, now you're loaded, bam. I come to hunt a stag, but it's almost like a memory lane hunt out Manuka Point Lodge. I start thinking about we're climbing the mountain, we're glass, and we're looking around. I see some of these points and some of these mountains, and it just kind of brings you back, reminisce, if you will. There's very few places you can go hunt white-tailed deer in the South Pacific. And Manuka Point, you can hunt them. Not here, but Don has connections all over the South. And I was able to hunt a white-tailed deer here. I've come here to hunt a white-tailed deer. It's probably the hardest animal there is to come by in the South Pacific.
We're in the South Pacific at Manuka Point Lodge. I'm your pilot for today, and welcome to New Zealand.
Where in the world is ColoradoBuck is brought to you by Norma Ammunition, precision ammunition for the serious hunter. Nikon Optics, trust earned. Nikon. Carlson's Choke Tubes, the shooter's choice. Worldwide Trophy Adventures. the Mule Deer Foundation, Kenetrek Boots, Armscore USA and the Ammo and More Store in Stevensville, Montana, and the ColoradoBuck Special Edition Rifle by the Montana Rifle Company. This segment brought to you by Nikon Optics. Trust earned. Nikon.
I didn't realize that Mount Cook is just literally out of sight from here. Mount Cook, it's one of the most renowned mountains in the world. The fact that we got to see it and fly around it I'll never forget that as long as I live.
We've got these beautiful mountains, these peaks, we're soaring through there, we're carrying on, we descend down into the Westland. 30 minutes flight from here, we've changed the whole picture. We're now on the other side of the island. We were lucky enough to have a private area to hunt on with a good friend of mine. We moved in there and we started a whitetail hunt.
There comes the dawn of fawn.
Whitetail, one of the hardest animals to hunt in New Zealand. Now and again, we'd see a doe pop out. She'd be pretty weary. Then she'd start feeding. I was thinking that was good. Because that's like decoys. Sooner or later, there's going to be a buck come out to check out that area, and he's going to feel safe when the does are out there. And that's exactly what happened.
I'd say the roar started. It sounds like it.
Right on dark, out stepped this buck. And out it went. And that buck went straight down. It was a perfect shot out of that great rifle. Colorado's smile was from ear to ear.
Started the day with gunsmoke.
You are the man. You are the man, I guarantee it. There he is. Nine trips.
We finished the day with Gunsmoke.
And there he is. There's a lot of hunters going to be looking at this, wondering what all the excitement's about. And I'll tell you what the excitement's about. This deer, this is a white-tailed deer, and back home, that wouldn't be much of a white-tailed deer. But we're not back home. Where we're at is the South Island of New Zealand. I've made 9 trips in the South Pacific, and finally been able to take a white-tailed deer over here. This is probably the hardest animal there is to come by in the South Pacific, and I'm going to find a lot of people that agree with me. I know a lot of people that's hunted them, and just you have got to put in your time. And we just got hooked up with the right bunch here. Don Patterson, God bless you. I appreciate you, buddy.
You gonna say she's a dandy?
Yeah, she's a dandy. I don't know, she's a beauty, sounds pretty good too.
Follow all the action on Facebook at Where in the World is Colorado Buck? This segment brought to you by the Montana Rifle Company, makers of the ColoradoBuck Special Edition Rifle.
It's a wee climb up here. It's a wee climb. Man, this is a big hike. I wanted to come see if I could find a bigger stag. That was the reason to come down and to see everybody again. So I start thinking about we're climbing the mountain, we're glass, and we're looking around. I see some of these points and some of these mountains. It just kind of brings you back. And the memories while I'm out there glass and hunting myself, I come to hunt a stag, but it's almost like a memory lane hunt out in Manuka Point Lodge.
You know, he's come down the South Pacific and he's hunting all of our species.
Look at that.
I enjoyed meeting him, and I really enjoyed going hunting with him. He's a class act.
Colorado's got my greatest admiration, and to top it all off, we've got some great hunting. We were hunting for this elk. We head out from the lodge. We use a lot of work with our binoculars, and if we can spot some game and we can try and find a trophy animal, then it's a matter of spot and stalk. We were lucky. This bull was down on the field. Spotted him early in the morning, like first light. Then we had no cover where we were, so we had to bridge the gap 800 yards, 500 yards.
What are you thinking, first dog? We might get up. Might have to stay down pretty long. All right. Yeah, no, good.
We were down, we were crawling. That last bit was difficult to say the least. Then we got in within range, and it was getting really exciting. I mean, my heart was racing. I don't know how Colorado felt about it, but
20, 15 yards, just I have no shot.
when he stood up, my heart stopped. When I saw Colorado now, he is the hunter. He just went on point. Like, you know how you see a dog pointing at a bird? That's Colorado pointing that rifle, beautiful rifle at that beautiful elk, and wham, down he went.
Right. Good work. First shot, you know, just saw the gun smoke to come in, and me breathing. The fog coming out in front of the scope. I mean, I don't know how it's going to show up right now, but if you get the scope down there and look, it was almost so foggy. I couldn't see. And I know he's going to try and get closer, but when he stood up, I was like, that's good. And then by the time I got up here and I sat up and I was breathing the fog out of my, see, look, there's not even none now. Anybody that loves to hunt like I do and enjoys, understands hunting, we got along very good.
It is a great feeling to walk up onto a trophy animal like that.
9 trips to the South Pacific. 9 trips to the South Pacific and got the right elk outfit.
To be able to accompany someone in Colorado standing and be able to be there with them, it's a feeling you can't explain. It's just a beautiful thing.
How cool is that? Do you know how, no matter how long you hunt or how many places you go, when you're successful and you get to something like this, and you're standing here, you're taking it all in, there's the mountains, the sun's coming up and all the steam coming off, and there you see those antlers sticking up. You know, it never ever gets old. Not the old cowboys, anyway.
And that's That's when it really gets interesting because you know that you've got a good trophy on the front.
Better than I thought.
He's got a 7-point right there on the head. Look at that. Look at that. That's a South Pacific elk right there. Wapiti, they call them down here. It's just perseverance, isn't it? Just you can't quit. You got to keep going. You got to keep trying. And one thing for sure, if you don't keep trying, you don't keep going, you're not going to succeed.
Where in the World is ColoradoBuck is brought to you by Norma Ammunition, precision ammunition for the serious hunter. Nikon Optics, trust, earned, Nikon. Carlson's Choke Tubes, the shooter's choice. Worldwide Trophy Adventures, the Mule Deer Foundation, Kenetrek Boots, Armscore USA and the Ammo and More Store in Stevensville, Montana, and the ColoradoBuck Special Edition Rifle by the Montana Rifle Company. This segment brought to you by Norma Ammunition, precision ammunition for the serious hunter.
I remember my first hunt, and I can just kind of look at this country and remember, yeah, that's where this happened. And you can see from some of these high points, it's just a lot of fun. And this trip is no different. This is April. This is kind of mid-late April. It's a beautiful time to be in New Zealand. It's funny because I'm out at the ranch watching the grass start grow and get green to come over here, and all the leaves are falling off the trees because, you know, we're south of the equator. Everything is just the opposite. But when you get down here, New Zealand is one of the prettiest places that you can come to, particularly the South Island. It's got the much bigger mountains. It's reminiscent of many places that I've been, like Alaska, the Alaska Range, different places around the world that these big, beautiful mountains. There's glaciers year-round on some of them. It reminds you of some of the sheep hunts that you've been on. I'm hunting stags, right? And sometimes, you know, it's hunting. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. But Don had spotted one. He said, if we can find him again, he's really, really a nice stag. And we're hunting, and actually see, well, Don spotted it. He goes, there's some antler tips, get down. That's how he talks. So we're getting down, we're already, I still don't see it. He's a little bit taller than I am. Even though we're down, he's still taller and he can see. And I finally start seeing these little tips of these antlers. And I'm spin around and get ready. And if you've ever been in that situation, you know darn good and well that the seconds become minutes and the minutes become half hours. It just takes forever. He's done. Hey. Yeah. That's good guiding, buddy. That's good guiding. Thank you, my friend. What a beautiful stag. That really is a beautiful stag, bud. Looky there. Get him up. That's what you hope for right there, the hold, isn't it? Oh. That's why you come to New Zealand. That's why you keep coming to New Zealand. That's why I keep coming to Manuka Point Lodge. Plain and simple. Love the people, love the country, quality animals, always, each and every time, a quality experience. You'd have that too, guarantee you. I can't believe it. The only reason I got my hat still on is because my hand was on it. You know, a lot of this trip I spent glassing different mountains. You get up on top, you can see a lot of country. And as I glass that mountain range and this mountain range and that basin and this timbered hillside, just so many memories come back of hunting with so many friends here. And it's been literally almost like a reminiscent hunt, but it was one I was able to come over, just relax, hunt myself, hunt for a bigger stag, which I got. Thank you, Don Patterson, again. But these trips, you have them, whether it's at your hunt camp or someplace you've traveled and returned. It's just been a great, great experience. I still like a good hunt, whether it's by myself, my family, my friends. A good hunt's just something I still enjoy. I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I hope that you catch us next week somewhere in the world for a brand new one. Until then, God bless every one of you, and good hunting.
Closed captioning provided by Rocky Top Outfitters. Book your hunt with Colorado today at HeyColoradoBuck.com. We'll see you on the hunt.
Damn, he looks good on it.
Take cash?
Tip it back.
Oh, yeah.
Let me get that style.
Oh, yeah.
little cocky. Now, looks good.
You're natural.
For real.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, pretty damn good.